Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Fire Force Season 3 episode number 3 reaction. So the previous episode we had our platoon number 8, company number 8 get out of the headquarters because obviously the government, the empire, they're going to try to track us down and probably arrest us or do something like that. So we had to get out of there. With the help of Licht, we made contact with Joker, and Joker was like, welcome to the shadows, like this is the way of the outlaws. And since we cannot really do anything in a proper way, because literally everyone in the empire are like kind of trying to get us, we have to do it the outlaw way. And to save our captain, we have to we have to do this like that. So with the help of Joker Licht, we were able to infiltrate their headquarters, and I'm guessing we'll be facing a lot of characters. Like Burns is there. Obviously, I think Sharon should be there because what's her name? Hamia's there. We also met another character there, Gold. I think that was her name. She went to what's his name? Ah, god damn it, I forgot his name. Obi. Yeah, he went to Obi and tried to give him the bug. So I think they're in the process of like putting the bug in him, or I don't know what they're trying to do. Hopefully, we're able to stop that before that happens. Yeah, so let's see what happens. Let us begin episode number 3. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Huh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, here we are. Good God. With an explosion. Bruh. Why is Joker standing like that? Okay. Okay. Incarnation of flame. Damn. Hmm. Pretty empty. Oh. Oh, burn a damn. Directly. Bruh. Ah. Well. Hmm. Whenever he prays to the god, he's like, right. And all those things that Hamias told him. This is some just crazy, the fact that he just. Oh. Yeah, but Joker is definitely going to be completely the opposite. Yeah. Yeah, he knows. And he exactly wants that. He's like, I'll make the world into a sun. Bro. This is literally what I was saying. Like, the fact that it's so crazy. Like, fate is just. Oh my god. Bro. Yeah, you. I should laugh at the way he's. Oh my god. Oh my god, this guy's too damn strong, man. Like, he's just. Look at him. He's just like. Bruh. Alright, we need Joker to take him. Arrow's here as well, so I think Shinra can fight Arrow. Oh! Oh my god! Hey! Oh god, he's using his whole voltage Nova. It's called. Good god. Wait, that's Arrow, right? Or is that someone else? No, wait a minute. Okay, I think I'm mistaken. No, why should Arrow be here? Arrow is with Show. So is this Gold, that girl we saw in the previous episode? Uh, oh my god, alright. Stage 1, okay. Yeah, crazy. No. His smile. He's nervous. Oh, he's gonna use his. Oh wow. Yeah. Oh, Sharon is here. Okay. Great. Well, Hama is here, so Sharon should be here. Hmm. That's why they're not interfering. Hmm. Hmm. Bruh. Well, that's what's happening here. Hmm. Well, he's fighting for his beliefs. Yeah. Okay. Wait, what? Um. Oh my god. The. Yeah, right. Bro. Alright. Alright. Okay. Oh no, gold is here. Link him to a dope. Hmm. Collective unconscious. I've always wondered what she's doing. Like collective unconscious. What in the. Whoa! What? Wait, what does she? Collective. Okay, what is happening? Why are they showing the Soul Eater moon so many times? Like the sun and the moon. Oh my god, okay. Oh no. She is. I don't think she's there. Oh no, she's. Okay, she is there. She's just. She's doing research, yeah. Ah, right. Interesting. Yeah, because it did like burn down the whole thing that happened. The fire. Right. What then is that? Oh, oh, oh no. Ah! Hinama said destroy the the prison. Well, there you go. That face. Yeah. Well, I don't think that was a. Well, yeah, I guess. I was saying that he's not here. Didn't he fall down? I I was gonna say I saw him fall down. Dude, when the trunk was. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Oh yeah, Tamaki's there. She has done her training. Okay. True. Okay. Mm. Okay. Damn, she's just dodging it. Ah, nice. Oh no. Whoa. So she's also. Oh, she's using her thing, gauntlet. Oh, nice. Yeah. Eat. So it's not fire, so she cannot control it. Yeah. But yeah, but it wouldn't work because she's not using flame. She's just what is? Oh oh my, yeah. The more and more time is passing. Stage two. Um. Yeah. Is he? Is she using electricity or something? Like what? What is that? Like a. Yeah. Yeah. She's not using fire. Okay. It's funny that Arthur just fell off. Like it happened so quickly. I was like, wait, did he just fall off? But I didn't say anything because I was like, maybe it's Sauron. But but yeah. Mm. And that was today's episode. All right, so today we had Burns facing off against Joker and Shinra, while we had Gold facing off against the rest of the eight, company. Um, Also, a few other things. The whole section with Hamia, like I, I don't understand what they mean by collecting the the collective like collective unconscious, like what does that even mean? And they have been showing the whole like Soul Eater Moon from like season 1. At first I thought it was like some kind of Easter egg or something, but it seems at this point it seems like there's like a bigger significance of this. like are they trying to like establish that the Soul Eater world is a different dimension? Like it wouldn't surprise me because obviously the whole existence of Adola in itself, the whole explanation of Adola is basically that it is something from a different dimension, right? Like people don't have a proper explanation of what Adola is. They like like they just call it as something like different from this world, like something otherworldly, like a different dimension or something like that. And how this Adola is a section that is connected by all the people that has Adola, and they can collectively, like share the same space. They can go there. So the existence of a weird, like, dimension like this in itself is, I think, plenty of proof enough that they could easily just bring in some kind of a, I don't know, like some kind of an extra, like a lore, and be like, oh yeah, Soul Eater is connected to this. Like the Soul Eater universe is connected to this. And they can easily make it as if like the universe of Soul Eater is some different dimension, and it's like connected with this world through the Adola or something like that. And Hamia's trying to do something like, with that. So yeah, they could easily do that. So I'm just curious as to see where this is going, because today we saw the Soul Eater's moon plus the sun, both of them side by side. Also, they're saying like Haumea is trying to, like, doing something with the collective unconscious. So I'm assuming whatever she's doing is connected to the moon, to that Soul Eater moon. So yeah, like a lot of questions in that section. I have no idea what the hell is happening here. I don't even know what it means by collective unconscious. So that part I'm just going to skip for now, because I genuinely have no idea what they mean by that. And maybe they'll little by little explain what's going on. But either way, another important thing that happened in today's episode is Hibana figured out that something going on with their the place where they lived, the Covenant, right? Like the sister, the place where the sisters used to live. Something is going on there, like, that something related to doppelgangers and stuff. So yeah, that's another thing that is going on over there. So I guess we'll have to wait and see what Hibana finds out. I'm sure she's going to do more research on this whole thing. So I guess we'll have to wait and see what she finds out about that. Now, so yeah, these two are the two things that we kind of saw today, important things. Other than that, everything else was just them fighting against the enemies. Now, Gold is, her power is something different. Like, she's not using flame. That is why, obviously, even though we have a second generation with us, we can't really do anything. Since she's not using flame, you cannot manipulate the flame. Like, I think Tamaki said something like her gauntlet is not using flames, but it's using heat. So I guess that's why they like, Gold herself said that we are a squadron specifically. I think they call themselves destroyers. Specifically, we are here to counter you guys, because even if you have a second generation with you, you cannot do anything because I'm not using flames. I'm just using, whatever she's using. And she like made some kind of an electrical thing in her hand. I don't know what that was, but she's like, her nature for power is still under, like they're still trying to figure out what it is. Leet and Vulcan, both of them are trying to figure out what it is. So hopefully we get an answer, and then maybe we can find a way to counter that. And Arthur fell down. Okay, you know what? I'm going to watch that section. Like, it happened so quickly. I think I just blinked, or I was kind of like distracted maybe for a moment. And I think at that moment Arthur just fell down. So I was like, wait, did he just fall down? But that section had already passed, so I couldn't really go back and see. So wait a minute. Where's that section where they were? Okay, so here you can see they're in the tunnel. And they're moving. And Arthur was there at the beginning. You could see that. And then where's that section? Okay, wait. Here it is. So the vehicle is moving. Yeah, Arthur is sitting down. You can see at the back he's sitting down. So the vehicle kind of just bumps a little bit. He fell down. Like, oh my god. So I they didn't really show him properly fall down. They just showed that, like, his like uniform was there on the ground. So I was like, for a moment I was like, wait, did he fall down or something? But they didn't really say anything after that. So I was like, okay, maybe I was mistaken. But I was seeing that they aren't really showing Arthur. They're showing all the others, but they aren't really showing Arthur. He fell down. Why? Was he sleeping or something? What's going on? Oh my god, this guy. Oh, right. So yeah, when they were like facing gold, they're like, wait, we're missing Arthur. We don't have like a proper fighter with with us. Who can fill the hole made by Shinra. Because Arthur and Shinra are pretty evenly matched. So these two are like a big part of the like attacking force. So that is why in the end, like Hinaba was like, okay, we maybe like me and Maki will have to take care of this. But then Tamaki was like, I can also help because she had her training and everything. And yeah, but Arthur would have been a big help here because of how eccentric he is and how strong he is. Yeah, but at the same time, Arthur is like a what do you call it? Like a 50-50 kind of thing. Like if his delusions are very well circulating, then he's the strongest. If his delusions aren't really circulating in his head properly, and he's the weakest. So it's like gambling. With Arthur, you're just gambling. Like whether if his delusions are going full throttle, he's probably even stronger than Shinra. But yeah, like it's just he's not here currently. He just fell down. I don't know what he's gonna do. Is he gonna walk all this way? Like what is he gonna do now? Anyways, yeah, that's the current situation here. Um, okay, now the battle between Joker Shinra versus Burns. Like at first, I thought on the rooftop that was Arrow, and then I realized it's not Arrow. It's probably one of the other evangelists. It's just one random character probably. You know, because it makes no sense for Arrow to be here. Like Show isn't here. Why would Arrow be here? Yeah, but it's I'm guessing it's some random character. I guess we'll see probably later. Um, right. Sharon is here because Hamia is here, but the whole thing with Hamia is something like it's going on here. So I'm going to read this section. Where is this part where they talk about this collective unconscious or whatever the hell that means? I don't understand. Here we go. She is collecting the collective unconscious. And then you can see Sharon doesn't like it because it makes Hamia suffer. So like what does the okay, Yona comes it. Okay, I cannot stand to watch. Okay, it seems like Hamia's gathering of the collective unconscious is going very well. Again, I don't know what that means. And Shan says, I cannot stand to watch. We are now in the age of deciphering pi. The time is near. Okay. Sharon is like, if it means that I no longer have to watch Hamia suffer, I don't care what it takes. And you can see on top of Hamia, like I doubt it's there, but it's probably like some kind of symbolism. The sun is there, and then on top of it is a soul eater moon. Okay, I generally have no idea what is going on here. Like, what does it mean by collective unconscious? You know what, let me just Google it if I can find some meaning. I doubt I will. Oh, it is a thing. Okay, wait a minute. Let me read this. Wait. The collective unconscious, a concept by Carl Jung, refers to a shared inherited layer of the unconscious mind that is common to all humans. Oh, a shared inherited layer of the unconscious mind that is common to all humans. It is distinct from the personal unconscious. Oh, that's why collective unconscious, which is shaped by individual experience. Collective unconscious contains archetypes, universal, primordial images, and ideas that are believed to be inherited and reflected in myths, dreams, and cultural phenomena. Okay, Jung proposed that the collective unconscious is part of the mind that is not shaped by personal experience but is inherited from our ancestors. Collective unconscious is filled with archetypes, which are universal patterns of thoughts and behavior, often represented by symbols, images, motives. Examples including the father, mother, hero, and trickster. Archetypes manifest in various cultural phenomena, including myths, religion, dreams. Wow, this is a whole thing. Okay, well, I guess I understand what she's doing, but still I have so many questions. Like, so she's trying to, she's tapping into the collective unconscious, which is like a layer in every people's mind that is shared collectively. It's not personal unconscious, but something collective that is there forever. But it's just there in the unconscious. Like, yeah, okay, I see. Again, I don't know why she's doing that. It definitely has something to do with probably the great cataclysm or something, because that's what they're trying to, like, reach ultimately. But then again, I have no understanding why this is necessary, or what is the significance of this. We'll have to wait, I guess. Let's wait and see. Okay, and I think that is it. I don't think there was anything else today. Yeah, that was today's episode. um Oh, another little thing we kind of saw at the beginning was where Burns explained how, like how he has seen. Oh, okay, you know what? Yeah, there's one thing I need to talk about here, which is, like, you can see Shinra was so confused. Shinra was like, why did you suddenly become like this, Burns? And he said, like, like he respected him as a father figure, like all that stuff he said. So obviously it's very difficult for Shinra to accept this. But I guess for Burns, you could say, like, since he has said this from the very beginning, he's a very religious person, you know. So obviously he believed in God, holy God, soul, and everything, and he was a religious person. So when he went to the Adola, and like he then later on in the second part, when he went to the Adola and looked at the evangelist, he felt God in him, you know, and that was something that made him, like, accept what the evangelists are trying to do. He talks about the bigger picture, where he's like destruction means regeneration. So basically Burns is going full, what can I say, like he's talking about this in a very broad perspective. Like, he's talking about destruction and then, like regeneration and all that, while obviously here we, like Shinra and everyone else, just want to help the people that are with us currently, you know so you can kind of see that Burns, like, like him being religious and everything, it makes sense why he's looking in it in such a broad perspective. But it's crazy to see how, as Shina was saying, like literally yesterday you were the person who were trying to help people from fires. You're a good, you're a good fire force member. Like you're just helping people out. Doing this thing, and suddenly today you just want to destroy the world. you know so it is crazy what how like like what faith is, like how much powerful faith is to individual people. Because, like, since he was very, like like a very religious person, and he like really had like a lot of faith in like God and everything, one thing made him literally change his whole perspective and his whole life. Everything he changed in one, just seeing and just thinking, or getting the feeling that the evangelist has God in him, something that he never felt before. That is all that was needed. Like literally, he changed completely, like in a matter of a few seconds. That is how powerful, like faith is for people who are actually, like very religious and everything. Like Joker said, Joker was like, I don't care about this. I'm not really that much of a religious person. I just focus on what's in front of me. And that is why, like, if Hamia tried to pull the same stunt with Joker, nothing would have happened. But she knew who to convert and who to talk to, and that was all that was needed. Like Burns completely changed now. But it's interesting because like obviously, like, you could say that, yeah, obviously what Burns is doing is not correct. That is definitely true. But it's interesting to see that how he's like talking about like the great bigger picture about like, oh, destruction, regeneration, and all that. Like, this is some, like, I don't know what to call it. This is some like some higher level thought process, what Burns is doing here. Like, like, not thinking about people as an individual, but the whole, like, like the process of yeah, it's like it's like a thought process of like higher level. And if you're able to become someone like this, I guess that is how you can get, I don't know, like you can reach like a different, like, level, like a different like a thing. Yeah, it's basically like, like that, like it's just it's something that obviously like a lot of people like us won't be able to understand. But yeah, like that's literally what Burns is doing. Like, he's that much religious, and he's that much, yeah. But I genuinely don't know, like, like how, like, like, I don't know, like how we're going to stop him, because yeah, he's currently probably the strongest person here, unless and until Shinra. I guess it'll be Shinra who probably stops him. We'll see. But yeah, let's just see. But yeah, it was interesting to hear Burns's way of thinking here, because he talks about like making the world a sun, and then like eventual regeneration and everything, while Shinra is like, but what about the people, which is true. But yeah, he's not thinking about that. He's thinking about everything as a whole, like humanity as a whole, not individuals. Like, that is, like you need to like you need to reach a certain level to be thinking like that. So yeah, it's crazy. Right. Okay. And that was today's episode. So I don't understand one thing. Why have they brought OB? Like, what are they trying to accomplish here? Oh, it's like because they're like luring them in. Yeah, they were literally talking about it. There's another section that I couldn't understand properly. Gold said something related to like a doppelganger. Where is that part? Like, I was like, why are they doing this to, like, I can understand they're going to try to like put a bug in him or whatever. But what is the point of, like, putting him in a cross and stringing him on the rooftop? Like, but like, what is this? Couldn't they just put the bug in him, like in the prison? I was thinking that, but no. Like, Gold said that they're actually trying to lure them in for some other reason. Where is that part? Um, okay. She talked about like doppelgangers or something. I need to find that section and see. Okay, where is it? Mm, okay, Haumia. We have the. Okay, I think this part. Hamia deems him necessary to this playground. There we go. Apparently, she's planning to link him to a doppelganger. So we are to prepare to intercept the rest of the aid. Okay, so yeah, like Hama's planning to link him with the doppelganger. Obviously, doppelganger is someone who's kind of related to like those demons, right? I cannot remember properly. Maybe they explained this in season 1 or 2. I just forgot. But like how we have the demons, the onis as they call them. Doppelgangers are also something like that, right? Or am I wrong? I'm not sure. You know what? Let's just wait and see, because there's so many things that I've probably forgotten from season 1 and 2. Um, Probably one such thing. But anyways, yeah. And then they also were talking about the doppelganger in when Hibana was like um, researching on the. Here we go. This part. Infernals that speak, Miyamoto, demons, and doppelgangers. There you go. Yeah. And she says that how are all these connecting to, like, the place we used to live. Yeah, why do all of these investigations connect here? The Covenant where both Iris and I lived. Yeah, alright, so there you go. Alright, and there you go. That was my overall impressions. Now, let me talk about this episode scene by scene. In the very first section, we had Shinra and Joker burst in, obviously, burst into the prison, and they are ready to save Obi. So they meet Burns on top. There's another person beside Burns, don't know who that is, but one of the evangelists, I'm guessing. And Burns is like, "Oh, we are going to make Obi into an infernal. We're going to let him go back to where everything starts, like to the flames." And Shinra obviously has a lot of questions. She's like, "Why?" And he then explains. He's like, "It's because like I felt God in the evangelist, and like everything changed after that." And he explains how he, he's a very religious person, and how, okay, this part, you know connection to the Adola. Whenever he, prays, he had like some kind of a doubt seep into him, this part. "But through my experience of that Adola link, doubt in God was born within me." Yeah, and then you can see, obviously, Hamya talked to him, and he felt the evangelist and the God in him. So, that was all. Okay, so yeah, you can see him like bowing in front of the evangelist. "Now, through the evangelist, I have sensed a God I cannot doubt, a truth which must be believed, in which case devoting myself to this God must be the way of life." Yeah, and then Joker's like, "Yeah, that's Adolo seemed like a place of God realms, but I don't care about any of that." So yeah. Shin asks, like, "Why are you trying to destroy this world?" He says, "After calamity, there is regeneration. Destruction is not done." Like I said, he's talking like some kind of a next level, spiritual, yeah, being, like, "Oh, destruction is not the end, everything will regenerate after that." Yeah, he's talking in a very different, dimension. He's talking about, like, in a very different level. Obviously, Shin and everyone else is like, "No, before God, there you go, human logic is no more than ego." And Shina's like, "But what about the people in Tokyo you saved? What will happen to them?" Right. He doesn't answer. As I said, in front of God, everything is human ego. We cannot fathom anything, yeah. Anyways, then he brings out Obi and shows him, strung over there. And then Shinra just goes off, tries to fight Burns. Burns is just easily just standing there, even isn't even moving. Joker comes in, tries to help him as well, but then Burns activates his stage 1. And Joker says that we have to defeat him as soon as possible, otherwise the amount of heat Burns accumulates will keep on increasing, and he'll increase the stages that he's in. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, like this. Right. And here you can see Shinra says that, I trusted you like a father. I like kind of saw you as a father figure, but no, I will stop you now. So this is ongoing. Then we have Haumia recalling that Burns told her to stay out of the whole battle that he'll be having against Shinra and not interfere. So yeah, and Haumia has some other goal for Burns, which we get to know later through Gold. Gold tells that Haumia is trying to link him to some doppelganger or something. So that's another thing. Either way, then Haumia goes underground. That like in the Nether, she goes there again. And Sharon is there, and Haumia is like collecting, just gathering collective unconscious or something like that. Like I said, I kind of googled it and saw what it means. I understand what it means, but I still don't understand what is the significance of that over here. I guess we'll have to wait and see, and they'll probably explain it later. But it is something that affects her a lot, which Sharon doesn't like, and that's why Sharon is like, I hope, this comes to an end as soon as possible. um I don't like Haumia suffering like that. Okay, now After that, we get to see a little bit of those two. I forgot their names. Those two captains. They talk about Burns going full crazy, and they're like, "Oh, what the hell is wrong with Burns? Why is he acting like this and that?" But yeah, obviously, you can understand that they are not really sharing the same sentiment as Burns when he converted. Then we get to see the Company 8 on the vehicle coming, you know, coming to attack, and Arthur falls here, which happened so quickly, and I didn't realize properly. Like, I did feel like Arthur fell down. I was like, wait, did he fall down? But I didn't say anything. Later on, it was pretty apparent that he fell down. But and then we had Hinawa being like just standing in the middle of the tunnel, and like Amaki was like, can you please sit down, otherwise like you're going to hurt yourself. And he's like, no, shut up, like we will be going, and we will be destroying the prison completely. And he's like, come on, you guys as well, say it with me, we will be destroying the prison. And everyone's like, oh yeah, we'll be destroying the prison. Oh my god. Right. And there you go. That's that. Now, after that, we have Gold. This section where Gold is talking about, like I said, Gold talks about something connecting the linking Burns with the doppelganger. That's one thing. Then we have Yona here come in, and Yona talks about the collective unconscious, and this is where we see the Soul Eater moon again. But this time, it wasn't only the Soul Eater moon, but underneath the Soul Eater moon, there's the sun as well. So, something is going on over there. Now, then we get to the section where Hibana figures out that something is going on with the Covenant where Iris and she used to live. Like every single research on the demons, the doppelgangers, everything connects to there. There's something was going on, and she's thinking maybe some kind of experimentation was going on over there or something. Like, who knows? So yeah, there's some kind of secret connected to that. Then we're back with Gold again. Gold is like, oh, yeah, like we have to deal with the others. We let them infiltrate and then we attack them. So I love this part where Gold is like, oh, this is a sturdy wall. Yeah, they're not going to come through here. This part, right? Let's take care to watch the rare entrance. This wall, they cannot enter directly here. And bam. Just blows up the wall. And they're like, let's go, charge in. And then was like, Arthur, where are you, Arthur? And Arthur's not here. And they're like, did he fall down or something? What happened? He's not here at all. So now was like, what should we do? We don't have anyone ready to go in. So at first they were like, okay, Maki and Hinawa are going to act as the main fighters. But then Tamaki's like, oh, I'm also here. I can, I've improved a lot. So you guys back me up. I'll try to, stop them. So Tamaki goes in, and Gold starts fighting. So, obviously we have our second generation with us. So, we can manipulate the bullets and everything. But the thing is, it doesn't work on what's her name? Gold. And at first I was like, is she a second generation? But then, we see that there's something in her gauntlet. Like, it's like kind of attracting the things. And not only that, Tamaki says that she's not using flames, she's using heat. So that's why second generations won't really work here. And Gold elaborates on this, and she says that this is literally why they are here. They're called the destroyers, and they're here to counter the second generations and people like this. Right. Anyways, then we have Licht kind of trying to figure out what is the deal with her, what's up with her gauntlet, and what type of power is she using. So I guess we'll need to stall her a little bit before we get the result, and we can properly think of a counter attack. And while all of this is going on, we have Arthur and Shinra and Joker fighting against Burns, and Burns has reached stage 2. Right. Anyways, they kind of ended over there, Squad 8 facing Gold while Shinra Joker facing Burns. So yeah, let's wait and see what happens. So that is it. That was my reaction to episode number 3 of Fire Force Season 3. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That is it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Fire Force. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.